Hello everyone, welcome back to Dana's Paper Plate Chronicles. Today I got a mixture of things that I'm going to be making today. Right here I have me some fresh fish. I have some milk fish and pompano. That I'm gonna be trying for the first time. I've had milk fish before, but it's my first time trying pompano. So I got it soaking right now in some water, and we're gonna get that cleaned up, seasoned up, and get into that. Right here, I have my bell peppers, my onions, my fresh garlic, my red onions. We're gonna cut this up and just make like a little quick, little onion and bell pepper stir fry. I got me some extra onions and bell peppers right there. I got my little wine glass, and then we just, gonna cut that up, get into it. Right here, I have my seasonings. I have my adobo, my complete garlic, black pepper, pink Himalayan, some parsley, bay leaves, sazon, butter, my lemon pepper, fish seasoning, slap your mama, red pepper. I got some hush puppy mix, and I have my rice, my Mahatma basmati rice right here. I'm gonna be doing like some yellow rice, and some quick seasonings for my fish. I'm not gonna put too much on my fish, just some lemon pepper and some fish seasoning on my fish. And then I got some red pepper flakes that I'm gonna add into my little veggie little stir fry. But these are all my seasonings that I'm using today right here. Um, and yeah, my bay leaves, my sazon, my butter, to season, my rice, my fish, my veggies. Oh, and I'm making some garlic corn as well. I forgot about that. My famous special Cajun garlic corn. We're gonna get into that. And right here, I'm starting to cut up the vegetables. Right now I'm cutting up my bell peppers. I gotta sped that up a little bit for y'all. So this is how I cut my bell peppers. I just cut the vine off the middle because I don't like wasting food, okay? Like, I know some people cut their bell peppers differently, like they cut off the whole top. And I get that, like, if you making stuffed bell peppers, but with me, if I'm using my bell peppers for something outside of making stuffed bell peppers, then I want to use my whole pepper. So I just cut the middle out, and then I start cutting it up. Right here I'm cutting up my onions, I'm cutting them up, and I'm doing my cuts like thick squares, because I'm just making like a little veggie stir fry. Like, once again, I love vegetables, like I eat vegetables all the time, especially onions. Me and onions go together real bad. Once again, y'all already know. Right here I'm cutting up my orange bell pepper. I just got like, yellow, orange, green. I got my little garlic right there. I got my red onions right there. So, I'm just getting this all cut up for you guys, just showing y'all how I do it. I got my little cutting board, my little flat cutting board or whatever. I love this thing. It's real simple, quick. Just put it on the counter, get the cutting up, real quick. And yeah, so that's how I'm cutting it up, cutting everything up right here. I'm cutting up my green one, the rest of that I had in my bowl. I had some little extra in my little Tupperware bowl, so I just used all of that for this. Right here I'm cutting up my red onion. I didn't use the whole thing, I just did like a little bit because I already cut up some white onions. And right here I'm doing my fresh garlic. Once again, I love fresh garlic, okay? Love it. I don't really like the jar garlic, like the minced garlic, even though it's quick, it's faster. I just love fresh garlic. Like, I have to have fresh garlic in my food. So here I am right now cutting up the fresh garlic. I had more garlic than that, and I didn't realize until after the fact that I had put my other piece of garlic that I had inside that blue bowl right there with my vegetables cut up. So it was down in the bottom of that bowl. And I didn't even know. I was looking for it. I was looking for it in that bag right there where I got my little compost at. I was like, I know I had some more garlic, but neither here nor there. Anywho, but yeah, that's my fresh garlic that I got. Yeah, that's cut up. Now here we are with the fish. So I cleaned off the fish. Right now I'm patting it dry with some paper towel right here. Patting it dry because fish holds a lot of moisture, of course. And y'all, oh my gosh, this fish was so good, so good. But yeah, patting it dry. Y'all see it right here. This is how it is. I had to clean it a little bit, like cut off some little pieces off of it, whatever like that. But look at that fresh fish, so good. That's the pompano fish. And then I think the other fish I had was milkfish. I got this fish right here from the R&D International Market. So yeah, so I made just like a quick meal of just like different things. I got some lemon pepper right there, some fish seasoning. I didn't want to do too much for the fish. I just wanted to do something light. But when I tell y'all that fish came out so good, like that's all I put on it. Lemon pepper and fish seasoning, and it was amazing. And I pan seared it. We're going to get into that too. I'm going to show y'all how I did that. But this is here I am, patting it dry. And then I'm going to get it seasoned up. And I'm gonna show y'all how I do that in just a second. But yeah, you just want to make sure your fish is patted dry, because you don't want all that moisture, all that water in your fish. So yeah, this is where we're at right here. And we're gonna get into seasoning right here. I got the fish seasoning and the lemon pepper. I'm just gonna do some lemon pepper first right here. And then we're gonna do the fish seasoning. Y'all can find this fish seasoning. I get it from Rose. That's where I got my fish seasoning from. The Caribbean fish seasoning. So here we are, just seasoning up the fish. Real simple, like I said, not too much seasoning, because of course you don't want to over season your fish. Like, over seasoned fish is disgusting. Like, there's nothing worse than over seasoned fish, salty fish. Like, that's the worst. So anytime you're making fish, especially fresh fish, you don't want to over season it at all. You just want to use like a little bit. So that's why I only use these two seasonings. And after I used that, I was like, man, I probably should have used either my orange pepper or my mango pepper seasoning, but I'm gonna try that out next time. But for now, that lemon pepper and fish seasoning, it was still on point. Like, it did its job. It did what needed to be done. So here I am. I'm just making sure I have all my pieces seasoned. I'm grabbing the ones from the bottom, just to make sure I got everything seasoned up. So that's what I'm doing right here, as y'all can see. Just making sure I got everything. I'm just putting them on top of each other just to make sure everything gets seasoned correctly. So there we are with the lemon pepper again, just getting those extra pieces seasoned up. And then I'm gonna hit it with that fish seasoning right here. Yes. Yes, this fish was so good. So good. I would definitely, and this is my first time trying pompano. I will definitely be getting that fish again. Definitely. Like, I've had milkfish before, but the pompano, that was my first time trying. I will definitely be getting that fish again. Here it is, all seasoned up. I'm showing y'all the pieces. Yeah, this was some good fish. Some really good fish. I would definitely be getting again. Look at that one. So good. So good. But yeah, everything was seasoned up and nice. And we're gonna get into pan searing that. I decided to pan sear it. I didn't want to fry it, even though it's still kind of fried, but I didn't want to fry it, like deep fry it. I wanted, just like pan seared, like a little blackened. And I made the perfect choice by doing that, because this fish came out so good. Like when I tell y'all delicious, delicious. Okay, so right here is where I was making my yellow rice. I had already like pre-seasoned my water. I had put some pink Himalayan, some black pepper, and some parsley. So right here, I have my parsley flakes. I have my complete seasoning, my adobo. I got my chicken bouillon right there. Yeah, see, putting that in there. Not too much because you don't want your rice over seasoned either. And then too, when you making rice, you want to make sure you don't put too much water in the pot, depending on how much rice you got. So right here, I made 2 cups of rice, and I always make sure I wash my rice. I don't know how other people is with that, but I made sure I washed my rice before I started cooking it. So you just sit it in a bowl, run some water on it, let it sit for a little bit. So that's what I did with this. And right here I added my Sazon packets. I added that to it, and right here I'm just giving it a stir. And I did add some butter as well to the water, and then I'm putting in my bay leaves right here, adding that in as well. And then just a couple pieces in there just to get it cooked. And then once you add this stuff and give it a stir up all your seasonings, and then you want to just add the top on it and just let it do its thing. Of course you don't want to let it burn, so you want to put it on a nice temperature and get it right. So right here is it almost ready. Look at that. Perfect. And let me tell y'all, nothing worse than mushy rice. I hate mushy rice, but mine came out perfect. And right here I'm doing the corn. I have the corn right here, and I had my corn frozen. When I went grocery shopping, I put it straight in the freezer because I didn't want it to go bad, and I knew I wasn't using it right away. So right here I'm just taking the ears off the corn, and then just breaking them in half, so I can have some more pieces or whatever. And that's what I'm doing right here. They wasn't frozen right here because I had them sitting out earlier to defrost. So if y'all thinking like I'm extra strong, like no. They were thawed out. I had it sitting out, thawing out, so they were thawed when I was breaking them in half, because I wouldn't be able to break them like that if they were, still frozen. But yeah. So yeah, right here, just breaking up the corn. Right here, I tried to break that again, but I couldn't do it. I was like, you know what, forget it. And I know some people like you see, I said whatever. I know some people use a knife to like make them smaller, but I didn't feel like doing that. I probably could have did that, but I really didn't feel like doing that. I just broke them in half. Yeah, just to make it simple, quick. So, just getting that done, getting all the airs off of it, and just breaking it up. And then I'm gonna get that cleaned up, get that in the pot, get that cooking. But yeah, just getting that cleaned up or whatever. And we're gonna get into that in just a moment. So that's the corn right there. I think I have one more piece in there, yeah. And that's a lot of corn. And that little pack was just like, I think like $4 and change. So I got a pretty good amount of corn in there, for me and the kids and my nephews, because I had my nephews over tonight for dinner. But yeah, that's the corn right there. Gonna get that cleaned up. Look at that. Clean that up, and then we're gonna add that to the pot, get that going. And yeah, now we're back to the rice. This is the rice. I guess you can call this orange rice. I don't know. I always say yellow rice. That's what I grew up on. My mother always called it yellow rice. So, but this is the rice right here. Perfect. Not mushy. It's perfect. The right consistency. Okay, right here, we're going to get into the hush puppies. So I got 2 packs of the cornmeal hush puppies right here. Okay, so here I am, just opening up the packs and getting those in the bowl right here. Um, Now these packets said that you could either use water or milk. I used water because we drink almond milk in my house, and I didn't have any regular milk because we don't drink cow milk. Now I could have used evaporated milk, but I didn't have any. Here I am taking my sip of wine. Gotta take that. Now, y'all, I know y'all see that big old bottle in the back. Don't be alarmed because it took me a while to drink that bottle. Okay, now I am a wine drinker. I like to drink my wine when I cook, but I don't want people seeing that empty bottle in the back like, oh my gosh. But yeah, so here I am pouring the packets into the bowl. Like I said, you can use water or milk. I didn't have any regular milk, so I used water. I feel like these would have been 100% better if I had milk. So the next time I make these, I'm going to have some milk. So there I am pouring the water in there, giving it a stir. I didn't pour all the water in there at one time because I didn't want it to be too much water, by chance. So I just did it, gradually, in increments. So here I am just mixing that up, making sure, it's the right consistency, make sure I don't have too much water. So, that's why I was just adding the water in a little bit at a time. But like I said, the next time I make these, I'm going to definitely do it with some milk, evaporated milk, because I don't drink cow milk. But yeah, here I am, just, giving that a stir. And I think I did have to get like a little bit more water because it was a little too thick. It wasn't exactly how it was supposed to be. But these came out good. Like I had a lot of hush puppies from these 2 packs. I got these 2 packs from Walmart. And y'all, these hush puppies have a kick to them. Like, I love spicy food, grew up on spicy food because of course I'm Jamaican. But these hush puppies have a little bit of a kick to it. So if that's not your thing, then of course, look for the packet that doesn't have that. But these have a kick to it, which I love because they're really, really good. So here I am, just making sure it's extra mixed up. Everything is, formed together. And this recipe right here, once you get it stirred up, there it is right there. Once you stir that up, the packet says for it to sit to about 3 to 5 minutes. So once I finished stirring that up, that's what I did. I let it sit for like 3 to 5 minutes. Right here, I'm going to start on my vegetables, my little vegetable stir fry. My peppers and onions. So there I am. I had my pan preheating with my olive oil. Here I am adding in my garlic. Y'all see it sizzling. Right now I'm adding in my onions and my peppers. And I don't know why I was trying to break them up right here because when I cut them up, I didn't separate all of the onions. So here I am, just adding it to the pan. And then I realized, girl, just throw that thing in there. So that's what I did right here. Threw that in there. Got that sauteed just a little bit. Because I don't like too soft vegetables. Like fresh vegetables, I love fresh vegetables. Like, don't get me wrong, I grew up on canned vegetables as well. But me being a mom, I can't stay like the last time I actually cooked vegetables in the can for my kids. Like before I had kids, I did, but since I've had kids, like fresh vegetables all the way. I don't know. I prefer fresh vegetables. They taste better. So here I am seasoning with my main seasonings, of course, adobo, complete black pepper. I added some red pepper flakes. I added that. Here I am right here with that. And what else did I add to this? I think I didn't add garlic powder because I already had fresh garlic. But yeah, that's what I added to this right here. And then, I'm gonna start stir frying it. Just a little bit of, oh, that's what I added. I added some of my vegetable seasoning right here, and I had to like bang it on my stove just a little bit because it was a little like stuck together. But I added that in there as well, just a little bit, not too much, because you don't want your vegetables over seasoned either, because then they'll be too salty, and you don't want that. So I just added like just a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and then I started stirring that up just a little bit. And y'all, my pan is like flimsy. Y'all see it shaking? That's why I got my little pepper, my little pepper canister right there, trying to like hold it up, but y'all see it just came loose. Like, this pan is, I don't know, but this is one of my favorite pans. Like, I use this pan a lot. But yeah, so just getting that stir fried. I did have to increase the heat just a little bit because I wanted it to cook a little fast, because I wasn't cooking it for that long. So I did increase the heat on this. But yeah, just here I am, giving that a stir, getting all those seasonings in there. And this was really, really good. I had put this on the rice and it was good. Really, really good. So yeah, just giving that a quick stir, getting that sauteed just a little bit. So good. So I'm just making sure, like everything, like all the onions are separated, so it won't be like too big of the chunks. And y'all, look at my garlic. I didn't even notice this until now. My garlic was sitting right in there and I didn't even know. I didn't even know. But yes, that's the vegetables right here. Like I said, I love vegetables, so that's that. Let that sit for a little bit, cook for a little bit. See, I gotta put it back on my little pepper holder. It's my little pan holder right there. But look at that. That looks so good. So good. And we're gonna get over here to and I was also making the hush puppies at the same time as I was doing my vegetables. Okay, so I finished with my vegetables. Here I am making my famous Cajun garlic corn. Yes, it's famous because it's made by me, of course. Here I am adding my butter. Now, when I add my butter to my pot with my corn, I like to separate my butter. Like, I could just add the whole thing in there, but I don't know. I just like to separate it. That's just my thing. I just like to put it, on throughout the pot, So that's what I'm doing right here. Adding the butter in, just like that. Adding that in there. And I didn't use too much butter. Like, this wasn't even a whole stick of butter. Was it? No, it wasn't, because I used some for my rice. But yeah, adding that in, slowly but surely. Add that into my pot. And I had my my pot up. It wasn't like too high, but I had it up there. And then I'm gonna start adding in my seasonings. I added some what did I add? I added some pink Himalayan, because I only use pink Himalayan salt. I do not use white salt. Y'all already know. There you go. Pink Himalayan. I added some of that in there. I added some black pepper. I added some parsley flakes, give a little razzle dazzle. I added some, there I am with my hush puppies, taking my hush puppies out. I was cooking all that at the same time. Look, there got my hush puppies. I thought I showed y'all more than that, but I didn't, but it's cool. I added some adobo. I'm sorry, that's complete seasoning. Some garlic. I added some garlic in there, garlic powder, not too much. But it is my famous Cajun garlic corn, so you gotta have the garlic powder. I added some red pepper flakes in there. And what else did I add? Oh, my parsley. There's my parsley. And then my adobo. And then, we're just gonna take my hush puppies out of here. Take the hush puppies out. I got them draining on some parchment paper and some paper towel, to drain off all that oil. Of course, this was really good. Really good. And that fish, oh my gosh. When we get into this fish, y'all gonna see, like I love fish. And I'm really about to stop eating meat. Like, I really, look at that corn. Look at that, nice and seasoned. Look at that. My hush puppies right there. They didn't come out like exactly like into the balls, but it's still good. So here I am putting on my lid. Let that cook. Do what it do. Look at that. So this is it right here, boiling right here. And I'm gonna get my spoon. I'm gonna move some of the corn around so that seasoning could get down in that pot. And the ones at the top can go to the bottom, and then the ones at the bottom can go on the top, because you want to make sure you rotate it so everything cook evenly. So that's what I'm doing right here, just making sure everybody gets coated, gets some love. So that's what I'm doing right here. Yeah, this was really, really good, of course. But yeah, that's the corn. It's, moving it around, make sure everything gets seasoned up and, gets that loving. And then, we're just going to add the top back to that, let it finish cooking. And then, right here, the main course right here, baby. The fish. This my new pan, y'all. I got my new little frying pan from Ollie's. I ain't gonna gatekeep. I said I was gonna gatekeep, but I guess I'll tell y'all where I got it from. I got it from Ollie's, but look at my fish. I had it sitting in the fridge, just doing a little marinating. But this my new little copper pan, which I love. Like it, man, that little pan right there did this fish so well. So well. Oh my gosh, this fish came out so good. I wish y'all could taste it. So there I am, just adding in some pieces. I did about 3 pieces at a time. Just getting them sauteed. Look at that. Lightly seasoned. You don't need too much. That's the milkfish over to the left. And then right there to the right is the pompano. But both were good. Like, it was delicious. Look at that. And they seared just a little bit. And I did let it get like just a little blacker than you see right here. But it came out so good. So delicious. So delicious. Right here, this is some more pieces of the pompano fish. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So delicious. And right here is the big boy. This fish was really delicious. Like, I've been missing out. Look at that. Let's get into that. So good. And this frying pan is amazing. I'm gonna have to get a couple more of these frying pans, I'm not gonna lie. And it came with the nice little lid. I love it. But it did this fish so well. And here we are, guys. We're all done. Look at that fish. So good. Got the fish there, the milk fish, the pompano, pan seared. We got the yellow rice right here. Yes, we got the hush puppies. We got the little onion and bell pepper stir fry. We got my famous Cajun garlic corn. Look at that. And this is the meal, guys. This was so good. Like I said, I just threw some stuff together. Paper plates, there we go. Gotta have it. Y'all already know the vibes. Got the little utensils in the back, y'all already know. But yes, look at this. This is a little quick meal that I just threw together, honestly. Like, I just did some stuff. I don't know. I don't even know if all this go together. Like, I know the hush puppies and fish go together, but look at that. Look at that. Look at that fish. Look at that corn. Look at them hush puppies. Look at that rice. Look at them vegetables. Just look at it. Y'all already know the vibes. Or plate it up. Yes, get into it. Let's get into it. But this was delicious. Y'all already know. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Look at that. Beautiful. Quick little meal. You know, Dana's Paper Plate Chronicles on the paper plates. Because I'm not washing no more dishes. But y'all know the vibes. Love y'all.